Hi, welcome into my channel. I'm Amy and I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. It's a wonderful summer day, nice and sunny outside, and probably a little too hot, so I'm staying in the air conditioning. Let me know below, what is the weather going to be like in your neck of the woods next week? Because here it's going to be about 103 every day. Ugh. Okay, we are summertime. Okay, so today I'm here to kind of just update my inventory. I am on a no buy for makeup and skincare, which is something I'm doing as replacement only. If I run out of a product and have nothing left, then I can go ahead and allow myself to buy that thing again. If I have something else that in my collection that's similar, then I'm going to hold off on buying. So in essence, my numbers should be the same or having gone down from my inventory from last time. I will post my playlist for my end of year inventory up in the card so that you can take a look at that if you want some binge-worthy content. I did start my channel in July of last year, and so maybe those videos have a little bit of different quality, so no judgment, okay? And speaking of, it is almost July, and July is my birthday month, okay? And I have a goal. I would love by the end of July to get to 300 subscribers, and that will mean in the first year of my channel I grew to 300 subscribers. I would love that. So if you are watching this video today and your subscribe button is red, you need to click on it and change it to gray so that you don't miss out on any of my content and you can join the team and make my birthday wish come true. Please. Thank you. Okay, here we go. We're gonna update on my inventory. So as we go through, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the changes that have happened in my collection, and some of it stays the same and some of it's a little different. I'm going to start with foundations and concealers because that's the thing that I started with first last time. Things that stayed the same are my KVD Good Apple and my Say Slip Tint and my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I had all of those things last year, and now I'm off to, I've decluttered a foundation. I used up, kind of decluttered a foundation, so I was down 2, but I did buy 1. Even though I didn't need to, this was an extenuating circumstance, a special occasion, so I did buy this one. So I had 5 foundations at the beginning of the year, and now I have 4, and I'm pretty happy with that because they are all different and they all kind of serve and do different things. This one is a little dark, so that's going to be mostly summertime. This is very, very sheer and extremely hydrating, so I only wear that on the weekends. This is a very full coverage, and a little bit goes a long way. And this one is just a tried and true. It's a good skin tone match for me right now, and it's just another one of those like OG staple foundations. So they're all a little different, and they all make me really happy. Concealers has changed some. I have gotten rid of, or I've used some up, and then I did buy another one even though I didn't need to. I really wanted to try it, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. Staying the same is my Bare Minerals concealer. This is the shade Summer Bisque. I still have my MAC Conceal and Correct palette. I did use up a whole entire shade in there, and I hit pan on the color corrector shade. I also still have my Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Concealer. Still have that. Okay, so this is extremely hydrating. Extremely hydrating. It's very dewy and hard for me to tamp down that dewiness under my eyes. And this one is my tried and true. This is my second tube of this. I will always have one of these available to me. But I wanted to have something else kind of like this that wasn't so dewy. So I had heard really great things about this. I am wearing it today, and I do feel that it does a really good job in covering and not being too dewy. I did just refresh it, and so I feel like it's working pretty good. This Catrice True Skin High Coverage Concealer. I have Cool Cashmere 10. And this bad boy is what I use to kind of set my face and add a little bit more coverage when I use my Say Slip Tint. These two things go really nicely together, tamps down some of the dewiness, and provides more coverage for something that's very light coverage. So I really only use this as like an all over, kind of like a powder instead of a concealer. So that's my concealers. Hey, if you're finding this video helpful or informative on some of this feedback that I'm giving on some of the products, and I would love for you to like this video and share it with someone else who might be interested in these products. These videos take a lot of time to produce, and so you giving me a like gives me lots of encouragement, and it helps support my channel. So thank you so much for liking the video. And now on to powder face kind of products. The things that stayed exactly the same, nothing went in, nothing went out, are the two highlighters that I have. This is the Essence Pure Nude Be My Highlight, and this is the Knobless Skin Glazing in Privilege. I did declutter a bronzer that just really wasn't working out for me, so I went down a bronzer. I still have the NARS bronzing cream in Laguna, and I have this mini Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in Golden Light. I did hit my goal to hit pan on this. Did that a few weeks ago. So I still have, I went down a bronzer, still having the same two bronzers. I haven't bought any more bronzers. Blushes are also the same. I haven't bought any blushes. I have decluttered a few, so there's nothing new. It's all exactly the same. This is the Honest Beauty Cream Cheek Blush. I have Rose Pink. I am trying to work on finishing this up for the year. I have two Persona Super Blushes, one in Caramel and one in Bubble. And this is the color of the product. I got rid of one of my Benefit Box blushes. It was the shade... I don't even remember. It was too light for me, so I passed it on. I have Terra, which I think is great for all skin tones. Lighter skin tones need to go a little easy on it. And I also have Shelly, and my puppy Ruby loves Shelly. And Shelly is a nice peachy coral color. Another older one that I have, but it's only a few years old, is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush. This is Seduce. I still have this. I may end up decluttering it sometime during the year because it gets hard pan, but we'll see. I still have my mini of the Milani Luminoso. I have one stick blush by Persona. This is the shade Jam. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun in the wintertime. And I have the three cream blushes from Rare Beauty. These are minis. This one is Hope. This one is Peace. And I recently took the stopper out of Bliss. So I'm hoping by the end of the year I will have Bliss finished. That would be so amazing. So all in all, I'm pretty proud of that. I decluttered a bronzer that wasn't working for me. I haven't bought any new blushes. And let me tell you, it's been so tempting. Persona has a new stick in the shade Bloom. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And I would love to buy it. But I was able to combine some of my other blushes, and I think I maybe found something that is close enough-ish to kind of give me the same feel. And I'll make sure I link that short for you to watch. While we're on the topic of face steps, I still have the exact same 3 face palettes. I haven't bought any more, I haven't gotten rid of any. And the first one that I do still have is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked Elephant palette. This one is awesome. It has 2 powders, a highlighter, 2 blushes, and a bronzer. I have the Natasha Denona Love Cheek Duo. It has a kind of cream to powder blush and a bronzer. I mean a highlighter. not bronzer. And my Pan That palette for this year, the Cheek Stars Reunion Tour by Benefit. Still have this baby. I have 3 blushes. I hit pan in this year. I have a bronzer by Hoola, and I've been able to use quite a bit of that. And I am expanding the pan on Cookie, the highlighter. So those are making some pretty good progress. Let's go ahead and talk about brows and all brow things. I do have a little bit of a change in this. Pencils were used, brow gels were used, and so I think all of this stuff is going to be new. I actually have 2 of the NYX Thick It Stick It brow mascaras. One of them I bought, and the other one I got in a packet that was like free with purchase kind of stuff. So I have 2, and they're the exact same shade. So those will definitely last me for the rest of the year, if not longer. And then I have 2 pencils, brow pencils that I got from LA Girl, and I got both of them because they were different, and I wanted to try to see which one I like. And this one is the Brow Bestie. Brow Bestie has a much thicker product. It's very, very thick. My patience level prefers this one better because I can get the job done a lot faster. I have pretty good brows, and I've actually been using the Grande Brow to fill in some sparse areas. So I don't really need like something like this that's gonna do hair-like strokes and fine detail work. I just need to fill in more of the blank spots, in my opinion. This one is the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. And so it is, of course, as the name says, this is a much finer tip. So you're gonna get more hair-like strokes. This one is gonna do the job faster. This one is gonna take a little bit more patience. Okay, mascaras is really where we're gonna see a huge, huge difference. I had 6 mascaras at the beginning of the year, and I'm down to 3 now. I have the Tartelette Tubing Mascara and the Tarte Man Eater Mascara. And I did buy another one from Aether Beauty, the Big Bang mascara. Aether Beauty is closed now, and I got this along with some eyeshadow palettes that I will show you here in a minute. And so even though I didn't need it, I did really like the wand on it, and so I wanted to try it also because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that anymore. So I really like this style of like brush style. It has a lot of bristles in it, so it makes quick work of grabbing all of the lashes. And I have tried it once or twice, and I do really enjoy it. So 3 mascaras. This tubing I use on my bottom lashes. Most of the time I'm trying to finish this one up, I'll use it on my top lashes. And this one will be a top lash mascara too. Okay, now let's move into eyeshadow palettes. Okay, so now I'm here to talk to you about eyeshadow palettes. I did declutter 2 eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to talk about this really quick. I did get this e.l.f. shadow stick pencil kind of thing, and it's like a cool brown color. I really just wanted something as like a quick lazy liner, as Emily Noel calls it, and so I did get this even though I didn't need it. It's the only thing I have like that, and while I do have a brown liner from Persona, it's a kind of a different color and just a little different. I have to be a little more careful with this liner. This one, I can just go to town, put it everywhere, and it kind of works a little easier than the smaller pencil. Okay, the 2 new palettes that I did get from Aether, and only because it was going out of business, and I've been wanting these for a while. I just had never bought anything from Aether. So I got the Aether Rose Quartz palette, and this is like the newer one. They did have this before, and they revamped it and took away some of the shades and modified some of the shades. So I have this, if I want a cool toned kind of mauvey pink look. And then I have the Aether Citrine Quad. and it is a great everyday palette. There's 1 matte and 3 shimmers, and this is a great thing to pull when I do not feel like thinking about what my eyeshadow is going to look like. I still have my NARS Summer Unrated palette from last year. Love this one so much. It dethroned my ABH Soft Glam. They are very, very similar. This one is better, so I got rid of the other one. I have the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This is an absolute favorite of mine. I use this all the time. All the time. And I love the way that it smells. The scent doesn't bother me, for sure. I have my Sigma Ambiance palette. Great bronzy palette. Great for summertime. They still sell this. So if you want to try to get your hands on it, whoops, you should do that. And I think they're having like a sale right now from some things that I've heard. I do have one ABH palette still, and it's Norvina. I still really enjoy Norvina, and the shimmers in here are hardly unmatched. They are pretty much unmatched. They are wonderful, creamy, just wonderfully sparkly shadows. I have the Tarte Maneater palette, and this is a great palette for fall. Some winter shades too. I enjoy that one a lot. I have ColourPop Lust for Dusk. And I can say I just don't get enough use out of this one, but I do love it and I do want to keep it because the shadows that I have used are really good. I do like this palette a lot. Persona Identity, the first one, I still have this. This is a great cool toned palette, and I really do enjoy using this one a lot in the fall and winter time. I still have Huda New Nude. I'm wearing that actually today. And if you are a mauvey pink person, this is your palette. Love this so much. I don't really use the glitters in there, but those shimmers are really nice. I have the Tartelette Jewel palette. This is a great little, it's like 6-pan palette, and I actually pair it with this, which is from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Eyeshadow, kind of like Pigment, and Amber Rush. So Amber Rush looks like this, and it goes really well with this because I'm not super crazy about the shimmers in here. So what I do is I get my mattes going, and I do my mattes. I put this on top or on my lid, and then I'll put these on top because these shimmers are really work best as toppers. So I think these two things together have really made me want to keep these because they were both on a chopping block to get decluttered. So they rescued each other. And that's it for eyeshadows. Because I did forget that I still have the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize Oyster Pearl shade. I still have that. I use that a couple times a month. Okay, for some random things that I have 2 eyeshadow primers. I got this one in like that free set when you buy some stuff. This is from Ulta, the matte eye primer. I've used this before, works great. I have, of course, my tried and true Milani eyeshadow primer. I had 3 setting sprays, and now I'm down to 2. I still have my e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine, and that's a great way to describe the mist on this. It is fine, microfine. And I still have my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And there's one more thing, a couple more like primary kind of things. I did buy this at the beginning of the year when I used up all of my other primers. I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Control. It's a mattifying primer. I have that. And then I don't know if I got it this year or late last year. Very late last year. The e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. I have that as well. I still have one lip pencil, and that is from ColourPop, and it's the shade BFF. I still have that. I have one liner that I don't really ever use, and it's the Revolution Renaissance Flick. And aside from lips, that's it. And I'm not really that much of a lip person to like be excited to go through. Oh, I do have, besides the powders in my Hourglass palette, I do have one powder, and I had that one last year. So I'm really thankful because this was a great experiment to be able to take a look at my numbers and say, what did I come in with? What categories have I gone down in? I knew I wouldn't go up, but mascaras and foundations are the categories in which I'm going down, and I'm very proud of that for sure. I'm going to continue to truck away on some of these products, and hopefully by the end of the year my inventory will be even less. Thanks for watching this very lengthy video, and I will see you in my next one.